The commands are all same. Select star from movie. The table name is movie. And control enter. The cursor can be anywhere on the line. Control enter. Okay, you got the output. Select star from movie.
So where we can see that movie for database, like in management, I'm still there. Schema.
Next to administration, you see schemas. You have to refresh the schema. See, there is a double arrow here. Click on it. Import happen.
Input happens, sir, but the screen is showing different for me, like file, edit, view, query, database, server, tools, and scripting help is there.
Yes, let me check it once. Okay, I'm sending you that request.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a schema here. Click on the schemas next to administration. You have imported it. Refresh.
Yes, sir.
Refresh. Click on. Now you got it, right?
Yeah.
Click
Yes,
on,
sir. Okay, that was.
click on movies. Set it as default schema.
Okay.
Movies. Set it as default schema. Right? Done. Now you can close the administration.
Okay.
You can close that administration window and you drag this also to the end. This window also drag it to the end. Okay, click on this SQL file. You'll get this, right?
Yes. There is close option is not there, so like for administration.
It is there. You can close administration now after importing. Now if you got the output in the bottom, select star from movie, all things. If you want say specific, select title, comma, budget, comma, the variable names. Runtime from movie. You start to type the 3 letters, it will auto prompt, click it, semicolon, and control enter. Keyboard shortcut is control enter. The cursor can be anywhere, or you can see the flash sign here. Run. Now you can write got a specific thing. Got it? Got the output?
Yes, sir.
If you want descriptive statistics also, you will get it. Descriptive statistics. Select min of runtime, comma, max of runtime, comma, AVG of runtime, comma, STD of runtime from movie. You are installing again? Removing a uninstall or reinstall also getting error. What error you are getting? Execute, click on execute. file you have given. What is the information in that file? It's a complete database of all the tables. It's a DB file, .SQL file. Generally, what happens is you can upload the files individually, or you can combine all the CSV files into one DB file or .SQL file. I have shared you .SQL file. It is a database of 12 different tables. You can see the individual tables, right? Country, department, production country, different tables are there. So all they were initially as CSV files. They have been merged into .SQL file. Once it becomes a .SQL file, it becomes a database file. So we have imported all the files in one go using .SQL. Or you can import them as CSV files, 12 different files, combine it into one database, define primary key, foreign key, all these things you have to do. So that is already being done. So when you're defining the database, .SQL database, you have to define primary key, foreign key, and all for each table. That has already been done, and this is a predefined .SQL table, which is there in MySQL, which is a MySQL format table. Okay. That's what. Now you can see from here diagram. The DR diagram tell you how each table is connected to which table. So country is connected to production company, production country is connected to movie. So there is no direct connection between these two tables. And here you can see here, this is one to many, right? Sorry, many to one. This is many to one. You can see that icons here, right? One to many to one, many to many, different relationships will be there, na? In you might have studied in Microsoft, same thing, many to one to many to many, all relationships will be there. So this is one to one. You can see this plus sign, na, between person. So database is a predefined database. This is a predefined database, DB file. This we call it as DB file, database file, or .SQL file. Somebody has already done it, because otherwise, if you're manually putting tables, you have to identify primary key for each table, define it, then only you can combine them into one single database. So that whole job has been done by somebody, and we got a fully defined database. Otherwise, if you are uploading Excel sheets, you have to identify the common columns, all those things and all you have to do. That has been done by somebody, and we got the inbuilt database we are using. This is like an inbuilt database only. So you can see here, you can get the min max functions are there. You can find the functions. Type the function name. Say std or st. I think after select statement only it will work. It will give you the automatic suggestion of different functions which are available. So let us say select min. See, select std. So these are all the functions which are there, which you can do on the variables. So if you look at our data, select star movie, you have these variables in the database table. Okay. So the select statement. So like you see in other database languages, MySQL So MySQL sequence of execution. So in MySQL sequence order or order of execution, when you're writing the query, you need to know this order of execution. See, like your Microsoft SQL only. The select statement is used for, you know, right? DDL, data definition language is DDL, DML, DQL, data definition language. In data definition language, we use create table, like that we use, right? Insert, alter, append, they are all come under your DQL. Or let me show you the MySQL. DQL, DML, DDL, TCL. So this is the diagram. All of you can see it. DDL, data definition language, is create, drop, alter, and truncate. DML, data manipulation, is insert, update, delete. TCL, commit, save point, rollback, and all. Now, as data scientist, you will be more focusing on DQL. We will be working on data query language. We will be working on DQL. SQL developers and programmers will work on other things, DCL, TCL, DML. DML also will work on. We'll insert, update, we delete, alter, all those things we will work on. DDL, DML, and DQL. As a data analyst or data scientist, you will work on DDL, data definition language, DML, data manipulation language, and DQL, data query language. Most of the time, you will work on data query language. In DQL, the select statement is primary. After select statement, you can use this one, from. Select statement, you have to specify the columns, from which table, and also joins, from and joins. Select statement followed by from statement, then you start the joins. Which tables you want to join. After joins, you have to use where. After where, group by. After group by, having. Now you want to run any subquery again, you will start with select statement again. And order by and limit is the last. Order by, limit is the last. This is the order of sequence of execution. When you are writing the query, you need to follow this sequencing. Select, then you give the variable names, from, the tables, and the joins. Tables and the joins. After joins, first thing you can give is where. If you don't want to use, group by, where. After where, you have to use group by. You can't use group by before where. Then it will give you an error. So where statement followed by group by statement followed by having statement. Again, you want to do any subquery, right from there, select statement again. The order of sequence will be again same, from, where, and all. And then in the last, order by and limit. This is the sequence you need to remember for writing queries in MySQL. Similar for Microsoft also. All SQLs, this is the order of execution. This is the order of execution which you need to follow. Right. So not that you have to use all those things. Sometimes we can directly use group by also directly without using where. Without using where also, we can use group by directly. But if you are using where and group by together, where must first and then followed by group by. That is the order we need to follow. Okay, so this is the order of execution which you need to remember for DQL statements, data query language statements. And you will be working most of the time on DQL statements only, data query language statements with DDL and DML sometimes. We will work on that also, DDL and DML statements also. Okay, got the order of execution? So Manchinil kodutana. Now let us play with this order of sequence or order of executions. Go to the workbench. Now, let us say we want to have movies with highest runtime on top. Or let us say top 20 movies with highest, with in terms of runtime. Top means in terms of runtime. Okay, what are the top 20 movies in terms of runtime? So what we will do, we want the select statement, we want the title, right? We want the movie name, comma, runtime from table name movie. Then what we have to give? Order by. Order by what variable? Runtime. DESC. What is order we want? Descending order. Then the limit statement. You will not have limit statement in Microsoft. Limit statement is here. Limit. How many we want? 20 semicolon. Control, enter. You will get the movies in terms of runtime. Right? So Carlos is the movie with the highest runtime, followed by Company, Gettysburg, Cleopatra, Hamlet. I mean, these are the movies top 20 in terms of runtime. Now, little bit complicated. Bottom 20 movies in terms of runtime, do not select zero runtime. Yes, you have to give where statement. Select title, comma, runtime from movie where runtime greater than 0, then order by runtime, sorry, ASC, ascending order, limit 20. See, otherwise you'll get 0, 0, 0. There are 0 runtime movies also. But we should not get zeros, right? Zeros is not the what I'm looking at. I'm looking at non-zero runtime movies, bottom 20. So the smallest movie is Vessel. Charlie Brown Christmas is 25. C-Rex 3D is 41. Dolphins and Whales is 42. Michael Jordan to the Max is 46. So these are the bottom 20 movies in terms of runtime. Right? And color coding. If there is a red color into mark is coming, that means your query is drawn. Top 30 movies in terms of revenue. Top 30 movies in terms of revenue. You need title also, right? Title, revenue from movie, order by revenue, DSC, limit 30. So Avatar is the movie which is of largest revenue, followed by Titanic, Avengers, Jurassic World, Furious 7. You can see the movie with revenues. So you can click on the columns, table columns also, you'll see the column names on the left side. You click on the variables, you will see the variable type also. So movie status is a categorical variable or character variable, sorry, varchar. Movie status is a character variable. Frequency count of movie status. Select count of, or let us say, select movie underscore status, comma, count of title from movie group by movie underscore status. So I've got an error. Error code, error in syntax. See, select movie status. That's what it is suggesting. Something is a problem there. Unknown column, acha, movie status also spelling mistake. Yes, got it. So if you get error, you will get an action output window. You can see the error code and the error name also, right? So then you can scroll it down. See here, released are 4,795, rumored are 5, post production are 3. Group by. You can get count of movie status also. Group buying based on a character. For group by, it has to be categorical data. Group by has to be categorical data. That you have to, you cannot have mixed type, na? You either have numeric data or you have character data. You can't have both. Okay, 4 o'clock we'll take a break and then we'll continue. Okay. How many movies have runtime greater than 120 minutes? How many movies have runtime between 120 and 150 minutes? So how many movies have runtime more greater than 120? So we need the count. So select count, title, from movie where runtime greater than 120. So we have 988 movies which have runtime greater than 120. So between also is there. And runtime less than 150. Greater than 120, less than 150. Or you can use between. Yeah, you can use that also. So select count title from movie where runtime between 120 and 150. This also you can do. Anyway, you can do. Okay. Select multiple titles. And descending order revenue. Okay. Select star from movie where title in open brackets, where title in open brackets, you can give the titles like Gone with the Wind, comma, Star Trek, comma, Die Hard, comma, Emma, comma, Titanic, comma, Avatar, comma, you can give multiple titles like this. Order by revenue DSC. All columns. Star means all columns or all variables in that particular table. Okay. Okay. Now let us get into advanced queries. which is you joins. Multiple tables. Now there are different joins, inner join, left join, right join, outer join, full join, all those joins are there in MySQL. But we frequently use something called natural join. Identifies automatically the common column in both tables and joins. So when you're using natural join, you don't need to specify the common column name. It automatically detects it and uses it to join. Natural join. You don't need to specify the common column name. Or if you can use join using, and then you have to give the call name, which is the common call name. You can either use natural join, which automatically identifies the common columns and gives you the join, or you can use join using. So by default, this will do inner or left join. Sorry, inner join, not left join, inner join. Matching. Right? So you have this natural join, which will help you to join. You don't need to specify the columns. It automatically identifies and joins the columns. Let us say I want to know the frequency counts of different genre. I want to know the frequency count of different genre, action, romance, all the genres are there. Now, if you look at our ER diagram, genre is connected to movie table, not directly. See here, genre name. Genre name is in the table called genre, which is connected to movie genre, which is connected to movie. Right. So we need to connect these three tables, join these three tables to get the answer. Frequency count of genres. Right. So we need to know how many action movies are there, how many romance movies are there, how many drama are there, using these three tables. Now, first you need to identify the tables to join. What are the tables to join? Genre, movie underscore genre, and the movie table, which is the code table. So I want the frequency counts. Select genre underscore name, comma, count title as frequency, count title as frequency from movie, natural join, movie underscore genres, natural join, genre, group by what? Genre, name, order by frequency, TSC. So here we are not specifying the columns at all. Which are the common columns? Natural join will automatically identify and join the tables. So this is the output we got. Drama 2297, TV, movie, foreign, these are the different types of genres we have in our data. Largest category is drama, followed by comedy, followed by thriller, followed by action, romance, and adventure. So select genre name, count title as frequency from movie, natural join movie genres, natural join genre, group by genre name, order by frequency, DESC, descending order. So if you want to use join, you have to specify using column name. Genre name is in genre. Yes, see here. The name of the genre is in the table called genre. The name of the genre is in the table called genre, which is connected to movie. Genre ID will get number. You don't know what is that genre is, what is what. So we need name, right? We don't need ID. ID will get it. But what is 1, what is 2, what is 3, how will you know? I want the name of the genre. So genre name, count title as frequency from movie, natural join genre, sorry, movie genre, natural join genre, and you will get the complete table. So this is the path we have to take. All right. Okay. So if you want to use join, you should know the common column name. Right. So you can, the same thing can be written. So join movie genres using movie underscore ID. Join genre using genre underscore ID. You'll get the same output. So you can use directly natural join, which automatically identifies the common column, or you can use join where you need to specify the common column. Where you need to specify the common column. Okay. The syntax is slightly lesser compared to your Microsoft SQL. This has a little bit lesser syntax. Okay. Top 10 popular movies in genre action. I want top 10 popular movies in genre action. So, what the format should be: title, genre name, popularity. The table should have these three variables. Table should have these three variables: title, genre name, and popularity. And what are the tables to join? Same. The tables to join are same. Because genre, movie genre, and movie. This genre name is in genre, movie genre, and popularity. Popularity is in movie table. Select title, comma, genre underscore name, comma, popularity, from movie, natural join, movie underscore genres, natural join, genre, where genre underscore name equals to action, order by popularity, DSC limit 10. So Deadpool followed by Guardians of Galaxy, followed by Mad Max, Jurassic World, Pirates, to make sure they are actually genre action movies. So that's why we have to confirm. That's why we are putting genre name also. You're selecting title, genre name, popularity from the movie. Then but all the information are there. What we need is top 10 action movies. So, okay, this will first selecting title, genre name, popularity, and it's calculating the top 10 from the other titles. No, no. First, it has to find the subset the action movies. From movie. Yes. So once we join this, see here, you can see the diagram. This is the execution plan. See, first it started with journal, full table scan. Then it went into movie underscore journals. Then it went into the primary table movie. Then it did the order by, file sort, temporary table, and then you got the final answer. This is the execution loop. You can see the execution plan. Got it? The execution plan. You can see here the execution plan, query statistics, all those things. So you can see the query stats also. From this nothing from editor. There is a result grid. So you can see the execution plan, how it has executed the query. Okay. What is the average revenue of different genres? What is the average revenue of different genres? So average revenue of different genres. Yeah. First average only. Select. No. Select genre name, comma, average of revenue as average of revenue as we have to give a name, right? Average rev from movie natural join movie underscore genres natural join genre, then group by. Group by what? Genre name ordered by average revenue DSC. So animation has higher average revenues, adventure, fantasy, family, scientific, science fiction, action, war. These are the average revenues of different genres. Okay. Remote is not there. All right. Got it. Which production company produced top 20 popular movies. Which production company produced top 20 popular movies? So, production company is here, company name, movie company. So, production company table has company name. It is linked to movie company. Movie company is linked to movie table. Right? Production company name is in production company, which is linked to movie company, which is linked to movie table. So, we want to know the title, popularity, and company name. Select title, no, company name. Company underscore name, comma, popularity from movie, natural join, movie underscore company, natural join, production underscore company, ordered by popularity, DSC, limit 20. Oh, so we have repeated coming, right? So we will use distinct. So because we are getting duplicates, so we use distinct title. Because two companies might have produced it, no? Universal Pictures and Illumination Entertainment have produced Minions. We can use title. But we want company name also, right? Because multiple companies have done it, right? So that's why we are getting, even I give the distinct also, we are getting multiple. Actually, we are getting 20. Which one? It's like when we get 20 popular movies. Yeah. Now it's like millions will be like 2 yes. Count will be like. So you want to say millions instead of like that 20 distinct names. Millions two ఇప్పుడు అది 2 లాగా కన్సిడర్ చేసుకుంటారా 1 లాగానే కన్సిడర్ చేసుకుంటారా how many rows we got? We got 20 rows with all the this thing, right? Yes. So you can do that, select columns, two lines, like select a distinct category, no, select a company name or something like that. Hmm? See, you're getting like this only, so same output you're getting it. Even if you add group by, no, we got an error. Put group by. Distinct company name also will get the same thing, right?
Already getting distinct name only for sir company. Looks like for each movie there are multiple companies or
Multiple companies are there, which more? Okay. Top 10 revenue movies directed by female directors. We want top 10 revenue movies directed by female directors. So this is a little bit even more tables you have to get. So we need department name to movie crew to movie. Or we can do one thing. We can do person name and department name, both are connected to movie crew. Movie cast, gender. Gender is connected to here. So these three tables with these two tables and this table. Gender, person name, department name. Oh, no. First person name, gender, department name. Title, gender, person name, movie name, and revenue also, right? So the table will be having title, person underscore name, gender. Gender is gender underscore name or gender? Gender. Then department underscore name to make sure that she is belongs to the department called direction and revenue, directing. Department name is directing, gender is equal to female. Or let us say select in gender, what is the gender columns, gender varchar. Select distinct gender from gender. So F capital, female. F capital is female. Distinct department underscore name from department. Directing. Directing is the department name. So you have different departments. Actors, directing, production, writing, editing, sound. So directing is what we want. D capital and female F capital. Female F capital, directing D capital. Try writing. So select title, person underscore name, gender, department underscore name, comma, revenue from movie, natural join, movie movie cast to movie crew. Both I think we have to join, right?
Sir, want to talk to you
No, no time.
in front of the moment. సార్ కొంచెం ఏమనుకోకుండా ఆ పిల్లలకి బేసిక్స్ మొత్తం పైథాన్ రోజు ఒక 2 days నెక్స్ట్ 2 weeks ఆ బేసిక్స్ ఆఫ్ పైథాన్ ఇంకా కొంచెం ఒకసారి మొత్తం ఓవరాల్ లిటరేచర్ కొట్టాడు అట్లా ఒక 2 weeks చేయండి ఓకేనా రైట్ వర్క్ ఫర్ యూ రైట్ సీతారాం గారు రామ్ రామ్ सुनता है
ऑनलाइन
या अरे
ఓకే సరేనా సార్ ఒకసారి చూసుకోండి
yes
మన పాపం
order by
పీజే 2.0 అంటే 6 అన్నాడు పర్సెంటేజ్ అంటే 6
ఎవరికి
పీజే 24 26కి 24 చేసేసా అని చెప్పా సరే వదిలేసి 26 అయితే చేయొద్దాం 6 ఇంకా
ఓకే
6 తీసేసారంట ఎలిమినేట్ చేశారంట
ఓకే
డిఎల్ దాకా చెప్పి ఆ మిగతా 6 పోర్షన్ ఏదైతే ఉందో రిఫ్రెషెస్కి వాటికి వాడుకోమంటారు సరేనా ఠీక్ సో అన్లీ you want to talk to me? Yes, we'll do it right.
Oh, we have to give where statement, na?
Resume building, I'll plan it next week with Shravya. Yeah.
Yes, got it. This is the query. All of you can see it. Natural join advantage ఏంటంటే it will go through, we can give it in disorder also. Even if we give it in disorder, it will follow the order. We don't need to give the specific order of things, which you have to give in Microsoft SQL. We have to give it in a specific order. Here we don't need to give it. You can just natural join and all, it will give it. So in OpenSQL, both PostgreSQL and MySQL, they have given a lot of flexibility. Both of them work on large scale data, petabytes of data and all. Both of them are open source, absolutely free, designed to work on large scale data. So PostgreSQL is also there, developed by Google guys, which is for large scale data, BigQuery and all come up with backend PostgreSQL. So some companies use that, which is also kind of purely open source. Again, MySQL is owned by Oracle. Oracle has its own PLSQL, no? It has its database. Oracle has its own database for which it uses PLSQL. But they also bought MySQL because MySQL is for large scale data. It's fast. The query syntax is lesser, the query time is faster. That is why people prefer MySQL. Now we have NoSQL also. MongoDB and all, NoSQL is also there. Any SQL, same commands, same rules. Rules are same, functions are same.
సో ML అప్పుడు డీప్ లెర్నింగ్ మనం ఎప్పుడెప్పుడు ఏ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ అయితే కవర్ చేస్తాం అని కొంచెం డివైడ్ గా కవర్ చేస్తాం. అంటే మనం ఇప్పుడు కొన్ని డేటా సెట్స్ ఏం చేద్దాం అంటే పైథాన్ చేసాం. సో అలా అంటే ఏమేమి మెషిన్ లెర్నింగ్ వస్తాయి.
All the machine learning algorithms are separate and deep learning is separate. There is no same things there. See, primary usage is Python. Primarily used is Python. But if the client wants statistical output, you have to build the same model in R and send it to him. Or it depends on the statistical software which you have access to. Veka is there. So see, the problem is coming this, what my previous batch guys are saying. Some clients who know statistics will ask for the statistical output. Based on the people I have placed from PJ 14, 15 and all these things, people who don't know statistics, clients who don't know statistics, they will go with the Python model, they will deploy with our whatever you are saying, they will go with it. But if the client knows statistics, or if already the business is using statistical models, you have to build it in statistical software. Because Python does not give you p-values. SQL on Python, which is the one which we use for production, like using Django or Flash created app, whichever we are doing, we use SQL only, which is the machine learning library of Python. But it does not give you p-values. Without p-values, you can't associate statistical output. Second is the tests are there. Some certain tests are there for models. For logistic regression, one of the accepted tests is walled statistic. Walled statistic is one which is accepted in this thing. If you are using what you call factor analysis or class component analysis, Bartlett's test of specificity, a lot of tests are there. Statistical tests are there. So If you're doing time series, lung box test is very important. All these tests are there. So which you won't get it in Python. So you have to run the model, build a model in statistical software. Now there are open source statistical softwares. The primary one which everybody uses is R. Zero cost, runs on large data, easy to build, easy to work upon. Some companies use Weka. Australian, New Zealand companies use Weka. Weka is also freely available now. You have Dell has Stata. That is also statistical software. IBM SPSS anyway is there, but that is costly, 1.25 lakh or some. But some companies, most companies have IBM SPSS because that's a legacy statistical software. Some companies will give you access to SAS. So SAS is there. So any of the statistical software you have to use and build the model, same model what you have built in Python, generate those statistical metrics, and then along with your Python model, you have to send it to them. So that is what we are seeing. The other day, State Street SSB, State Street Bank has recruited from PGA 22 two statistical guys. Both of them are bachelors in statistics. They said we want only statistical guys. Both of them studied BSc Stats, Aurora College, with PGA 22 batch guys. Both of them, without interview, they selected. Because they said we want statistics guys trained in Python, R, and SQL, everything. And we have given all those things. They have shown their GitHub profiles. Simply they asked them what is primary key and what is foreign key, and they recruited. Only one question they asked. They showed them their GitHub profiles and all. They said, no, we want stat. They are searching for people with stats background with all these things. They want freshers at low cost because they're setting up the team. They don't want to go to market, recruit experienced guys at 20 lakh, 30 lakh, or 10 lakh like that. They said we want people. So what they did was they took the freshers, giving them 25,000 to 30,000 per month with allowances and all. Based on their performance, they set up a 6.5 lakhs per annum CTC upon confirmation. If they like them, within 3 months, they'll confirm. Maximum period is 6 months. So they said, we'll recruit 27th is their joining. Join, they're setting up the team. They don't want to build people. When you setting up the team means you need more of freshers. As a team gets projects, then they go for experienced guys. They said we also take experienced guys, but as of now, we don't want them. Because they're doing all pilot test cases like that, they want to explore. These guys are good with it. So they took PJ 22, two statistic guys without interview, asking a single question, they recruited them. So that is the demand for statistics. So any point of time, you get a question of statistics. Then you have to go with R, which is open source, free of cost. Or whatever statistical software the company provides you have to use it. Stata or SPSS or SAS or whatever it is. Yeah. So there are new softwares also which are developed for large scale computing, Azure has its own large scale data based computing machine. Azure uses, I think Microsoft Azure uses both Python and R. Integrated both R. Revolution Analytics they acquired. Revolution Analytics used to develop commercial server based products on R. Microsoft acquired that company. Now they have put it Azure R also into the Azure ML Studio. That is what they are doing. So you can't avoid R. You can't avoid statistics. Second thing, if you say, R and statistics better, you will get 2 lakhs more. Because skill-based payments, they are doing skill-based CTCs. So if you say, I only know Python, I only know SQL, they might give you 3.5 lakh or 4 lakh. If you say, I know R, I know advanced modeling, I know everything, then they go up to it. 5 lakh, 6 lakh, up to where do you want to go? They are doing. So one student in Capgemini, she did AWS certification, they increased the CTC by 1 lakh. She did 2 certifications, AWS after joining with PGA 17 girl. She did both the ML certification as well as the AWS cloud computing certification, base certifications. Hardly she spent 8,000 rupees, she spent 3 months of time. Now she got an increment of CTC increment of 1 lakh 20,000. On promotion as senior data associate. Like how we do it in the classroom. we have done multiple projects. If you understand, we have done the process. We have followed some specific procedures also.
Yes.
That process which I have followed. First, you import the data, then dot info. The info function will give you everything, right? Dot info. After dot info, you will come to know whether the missing values are there or not. Right? Vadagalli. See, this also we have done New York Green Taxi. You remember? We have done New York Green Taxi, which is a purely live data, real-time data. Where is the projector? Not on. Huh? So the problem with some of the companies that are coming in here is they already have recruited people and they gave some data to work on, they could not do it. That is why they are very particular now with people recruiting people who have experience of handling data. You can only handle data if you follow the procedure which I have taught in the class. If you can't do it, then it's a problem. So like this, so we have imported the data. Then info command, we can see there are missing values. Anything less than 62,312, it's a missing value. Then we deleted the zero column. There is zero data column. Right? Eliminated it. Then we started with the numeric calls, splitting the numeric calls and object calls for pre-processing because there are two different things, right? Then we have done the percentage of missing values. 10%, how much percentage of the missing values we found out. Then we filled the missing values. Then we have merged some lower classes. See, 5 is only one. Categories. Reducing the categories. We are merging the categories which are very small. So after merging of categories, then we start with the EDA. After doing the initial data pre-processing of missing value imputations, we will start with the exploratory data analysis. In exploratory data analysis, we use mostly group by functions. To question like this. What is the average total amount paid for different rate code IDs? And this has to be in plots. So you can see here, what is the questions? Because total amount is our dependent variable. With total amount, we are doing EDA. See here. Average total amount for different payment types. Average total amount of different trip types. Average total amount for different payment types. Average tip amount. After total amount, the next important is tips, tip amount. Then tip amount for different tip types. Then what is how many trip types of their percentage plots, pie diagrams. So EDA should be both group by as well as visualizations. Exploratory data analysis. Okay, companies are looking at visualizations in detail. Visualization, dot plot. So once you have done these visualizations, analyze the visualizations. See here. Then numeric code data also. Relationship between tip amount and trip distance, total amount and tip amount and trip distance. So you need to identify the important variables. Then you need to do relationship analysis. See here, scatter plots. You have to use all types of plots. Bar diagrams, scatter diagrams, pie charts, stacked bar plots. We have done all those plots. You remember the BNB, Airbnb EDA, we have done all those plots. So as many plots you use, it's better. This is the stacked bar plots. So I'll send this notebook today. Then hypothesis testing. After the comprehensive EDA, we start with hypothesis testing. In hypothesis testing, dependent variable and the important variables. After EDA, you will know important variables, key variables. With dependent variable and important variables, you will do 2, 2 or 3, 3 hypothesis tests. 2 t-test, 2 ANOVAs, 2 chi-square tests. Minimum 2. Maximum your choice. 3 or 4 also you can do. Right? You have to do this hypothesis test. After hypothesis test, then if the data has some specific variables, like in this data, you have date, pickup time and drop time with date. See here, date is there, drop off time and date. When your data has some unique variables like date, time and all, then you start pre-processing that. So what I did, I extracted weekday, whether it is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday from date. You can extract dates, days, weekday, hour, all those things, right? So I extracted weekday, we have extracted hour, 24 hours, 0 to 24 hours. Then we started again doing exploratory data analysis on the extracted variables. So the peak demand is evening 5 o'clock to, you can see the peak demands, number of trips. Then which weekdays you have demand. So this analysis you have to do. Then we created a new variable called trip duration. Trip duration is a new variable which I have created. Then we have again analyzed the trip durations. Then we dummy encoded the object calls. We checked for multicollinearity in numeric calls. Multicollinearity in numeric calls, we found out multicollinearity is the fair amount and total amount. So we have to drop fair amount. Right? Then we concatenated the data frames. Then we found out that y is completely dependent variable is skewed to one side. We have to do logarithmic transformation, all those transformations, right? Then we started building the model building. Decision tree, random forest. So this is the one. So the process is this. When you see, you have real-time data sets, right? New York Green Taxi is one, which is the live data set. You have Zomato also is there. So projects for GitHub profile, earlier I have not sent you this. I think I have sent it for other guys. So these are the real-time projects for your GitHub profile. For exploratory data analysis, use Airbnb data. City-wise, you have na latest month, whichever is given you for latest month, you can do a lot of exploratory analysis. All the visualizations which I showed you, you can create there. We did that EDA exploratory data analysis, Airbnb data. You can also use San Francisco air traffic data. San Francisco airport also gives you data, which is again very good for regression modeling, as also for time series, univariate forecasting, ARIMA forecasting and all. Then for regression modeling, Kaggle house price prediction, Black Friday sales in analytics Vidya, New York City taxi data total amount, which is a regression model. Medicare data is there. This is also very interesting data. We worked on Medicare data, right? We worked with NLP data as well as the numeric data. There is text column in between, description of the treatment. We converted the description into independent variables using document count vectorizer. And then we included them also in there. This Medicare data is very interesting data. NLP plus regression. NLP plus regression. Then within classification, we have done flu vaccine prediction driven data, where we imputed imbalance data, all those things we have done. No? Flu vaccine prediction, H1N1 and seasonal vaccine. This is the in-vehicle coupon recommendation. This also we worked on Amazon data. Travel insurance prediction, this is also is there, whether the claim will be accepted or not. HR analytics Vidya, you can submit rank and all those things. Then in time series, US air traffic, univariate time series forecasting, India monthly car sales data, which I have sent you. Then traffic predictions in NLP, IMDb movie reviews, Amazon reviews, Zomato reviews. For image processing, COVID X-rays. Now there are many data sets for COVID X-rays. 3 categories, 4 categories, 5 categories, and all these things. So this I will forward this. Huh? That's what this is for your both for your GitHub profile as well as your capstone. Not different. Whatever you work for GitHub profile, same thing you submit as capstone. That's all. But it has to be end-to-end detail, which you can show it to client. So they have changed. They made some changes now. Now, along with the resume, GitHub profile is compulsory. Otherwise, Sai Charan will not forward the resume for this thing without GitHub profile. So from since 22 onwards, PA 22 onwards, we have implemented it very strictly. So other batches also doing it on a regular basis. 3-4 projects has to be there, then only the resume will be sent. And also the GitHub project has to be vetted by me or Dhananjay, other faculty who is teaching there, or both, any one of them has to say, okay, then only they will push it to there. There are openings, very huge openings are there, vacancies are there. Now companies have realized they want people who can handle data properly, not studied data from Insofi or upgrad or MBA business analytics from college. They come and then they go blank. They don't know. And managers are complaining that even if you tell them something to do, they are not able to execute. That problem you guys will not have because I have given you everything, every perspective, everything to handle properly. If you follow this process, any data you can handle. The one which I showed you right now, any data you will handle. You have to start it, work on it, then only you will be able to handle it. Simply looking at it, nothing will happen. That's what happened with some people. Not that all our guys are good also, but we have faced some problem in PGA 17 also. One guy was laid off after 3 months saying that the guy was not good. But other people who got recruited along with him, they are doing it properly. They followed the procedure. They used to call me for doubts and all. They somehow handled. And they are surviving. They are confirmed, all of them. They are not in that half salary brackets. So, Capgemini and Wipro reduced salaries, no? For some people, they gave one offer letter. Ultimately, when they confirmed, they reduced the salaries. Our guys didn't get that problem. So all of them are in that same salary bracket, what was promised to them after confirmation. So that is what is happening. So you have to have some handling experience. Otherwise, it will not work. And you have to work on some, if you want bigger salaries and more salaries, you have to work on what you call deep learning or something which is unique, then only they are ready to consider. They are ready to consider only those people who are ready to work upon the proper data handling skills. See, simple thing, visualizations people are not able to, which we have shown, stat plots and all. Seaborn library is there, you can use that, very easy to run. Basic things, you have to do some sort of analysis, otherwise the client will not accept, right? Converting the tables to graphs and then putting it into PPT and all, that you have to do. Otherwise, clients will not accept. Yes. So they are fully asking for people with all the backgrounds. The other day, global data, I don't know what they were expecting, but they also had the same problem. I forwarded the mail with the detailed links and the projects. Same process. Whatever is the data, you have to follow this procedure. This is the procedure if you follow. See, people have, you can alter it little bit, but ultimately the components must be there. EDA has to be there. What I have found people is once they clean the data, they're jumping right away to model building models. No, that is not the process. After cleaning data, you have to do EDA compulsory. Without doing EDA, without understanding what the pre-processing effect. Sometimes the client will ask you, pre-processing, what was the data structure? Post pre-processing, what was the data structure? Sometimes what happens is pre-processing, if you're not done it properly, the data gets completely altered. That also happened with one of the student we're working on all our data in Wipro. SQL, she's working in Bangalore, all our corporate office. So after pre-processing, she made a mistake in couple of variable names and all, the data got altered. The client was very wise enough to see, she asked her to send both pre-processing, what was the data, post pre-processing, what was the data. When she did the comparison, she found out that she made a mistake. And if she corrected it, and then she did. If that was not asked, that would have gone into wrong, and the whole model building, which is done by the data scientist or the machine learning guys, would be completely wrong. So you have to be very careful. EDA has to be done pre-processing and post-pre-processing to know what is the effect on data, or did you make any mistake in pre-processing. Common mistakes is the variable names you overwrite. So those common mistakes will happen. You have to correct them and you have to finally give the right output to the client. Otherwise, it will be problematic. So all this process has to be followed. Once you have go through this specific process, then you will not have any issue at all. So model building, you should not focus. Focus on EDA and pre-processing. EDA before pre-processing or initial pre-processing, EDA after pre-processing has to be done. Even one of the guy who worked in Happy Monk AI, who worked for 6 months, this guy took a very big gamble. He left his job, he joined this company at 30,000 per month, and then the company was working on an attendance system, face re-identification and all. See, initially this was the model he was proposing. The companies had to work upon VGG net, which is again convolution neural network only. 16 with 4 layers added, feature vector, new test data, and cosine similarity. Then, while doing data set, feature engineering and all, he found out there is what you call skewness and kurtosis. Huge skewness and kurtosis entered into data. See, once he found out that skewness and kurtosis, he called me. Then what he has to do? Normalize. Min-max scaling. Then he has to add a new step here. Normalize the feature vector. Company also didn't know that normalization must be done. The guys who were already working, they were going with the model and all. Somehow it was getting problematic. When he checked, it was skewness and kurtosis, which has been normalized. And then he started working on the normalization part. And then he completed the project with normalizations. How he has done normalization with different scales. And finally, he found data with good results. See, it's all about feature engineering and data pre-processing. He worked almost 4 to 5 months on this data. Now here they put him as junior data scientist, and they have doubled his pay to 8 lakhs. So this is how we have to come up. We have to give something which is very interesting and all. Find the actual problem and then find the solution. So this single step has completely solved the problem. The accuracy came up to very high levels, and then the client also accepted the model. Okay, so you have to work on the data, then only you'll be able to do it. This guy was in PG18, so he's BTech civil engineering guy. Not so he worked on this data. Yeah. So I'll forward this notebook also. I think I already have it. So tomorrow you are coming, right? So I've sent you the files, you can work on this. See, the proper profile should be, whatever you are doing for your GitHub, same thing you will submit as capstone. Same thing, you don't need to rework. Choose your 3 data sets, one regression and one classification, and one based on your interest, NLP or time series or image processing. 2 are compulsory, regression and classification are compulsory. And third one, your choice, time series, NLP or image processing. So NLP, I would suggest NLP time series would be better option. If you can do both, that will be better. So that way you can show it as a high thing, because there are many people in market with MBA. Now it is offered as full specialization, UG level, PG level, everything is now, people are crowding. But the problem is companies want people with specific skills. That you can highlight only through your GitHub profiles.